Welcome back, everybody, to an all-new Fast Food Pit Stops. I'm your host, Justin. I'm here, you guys, once again at Jimmy John's because Jimmy John's makes fantastic sandwiches, and I'm hoping that this one is going to be really good because it is something that's going to be on something else that's brand new. You guys, Jimmy John's has just introduced a new bread. It is called their 9-grain wheat bread, and that is because there are 9 grains baked into this new bread. Now, if you're no stranger to Jimmy John's, you'll already know that Jimmy John's has only had like 2 different types of breads you could choose from, I think. But this is the first time they've offered the wheat bread in a sub roll, and they've put 9 grains in the bread: rye, flaxseed, quinoa, cornmeal, millet, oats, amaranth, wheat, spelt, sunflower seeds, barley, and then inside of the wheat roll, they've also added molasses and honey. So you guys, this bread sounds like it's going to be fantastic. And I had to get it on my absolute favorite Jimmy John's sandwich, the Gargantuan. And then to top it off, Jimmy John's has introduced a new giant size sub. So this is what we're working with. It's a giant 9-grain Gargantuan from Jimmy John's. Now, I have profiled the Gargantuan here before. It is Jimmy John's biggest sandwich on the menu. I've even done the Noah's Ark, which is a double Gargantuan. And that is pretty much what you're getting here. 2 Gargantuans, 2 subs stacked up into this brand new 16-inch giant sandwich on the new 9-grain wheat bread. ASMR. Oh, wow. Whoa, it is a big sandwich, you guys. The Gargantuan. Let's talk about what's in the Gargantuan. Capicola, salami, there's turkey in there, there's roast beef in there, there's ham in there. They fill it full: onions, lettuce, oil and vinegar, tomatoes, mayonnaise, and I even had them add sliced pickles. It's a massive sandwich to hold. This is it. The new giant 9-grain Gargantuan. This humongous sandwich, for sure. I want you to see this thing up close. You can see all the meat in there, all the cheese, and all the layers of Jimmy John's biggest sandwich. Take a look. There's the Capicola. You can see the turkey. You can see the roast beef. I see it all. There's even provolone cheese. There's Jimmy John's new sliced pickles. Can you believe Jimmy John's hasn't had sliced pickles ever? And all on top of this brand new 9-grain whole wheat bread, you guys. On the price on this, by the way, it came out to like right at $20 for this sucker. It's a big sandwich. It's a big deal. We're going to have to keep it in the Jimmy diaper. It is big. Let's do it. Big bite. Cheers. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Take a look how they slice all the meat and the veggies. It's a cold sub, right? There's nothing about this that's hot. It's not toasted, it's not warmed up, nothing's melted. It's fresh, cold lunch meat sliced up. Capicola, salami, ham. Look at the cap. Look at this. Look at this beautiful Capicola right there, that beautiful color. The marbling through it, the salami on there, of course, turkey, roast beef, ham. It's like pretty much every meat that Jimmy John's has. And it's on this whole wheat roll. It's very hearty. Take a look at the bottom of that, huh? It's baked beautifully. And of course, being a heartier bread, a whole wheat. It's not quite as soft, right, as a white bread as their typical French bread, but that's what you expect. That's the texture of substance. I mean, it's kind of like this review channel, right? It's so full of character, it's so full of content, it's so unique in itself that you find that when you're immersed in it and you take a big bite, it's just different. It's unlike any other review channel you've ever bitten into before. That's kind of what I'm getting here with the sub. A beautiful tomato. You can really taste all the grain in the bread. And what you see right here, look at the seeds. Those seeds of love right on the bottom. You see them? Sunflower seeds. There's millet in there. Cornmeal, which I think is what they put on the bottom of pizzas. Amaranth, whatever that is. I think that's like an amethyst crossed with absinthe. The bread, though, has a lot of character. It is a nice change. Again, if you're familiar with Jimmy John's, you're so used to their French, that white bread, I would suggest trying this. I think the bread has so much flavor to it. It's so fresh tasting. And there's just something really satisfying about a cold sub sandwich, a big hoagie on that substantial roll. A little bit sweet, right? They do add honey and molasses to it, which really adds a lot of character. You guys, this is truly unlike any other whole wheat bread I've had. I hate Subway's wheat bread. This is nothing like a Subway wheat roll. It's probably one of the worst rolls in history. This would be on par with probably more like a Publix sub, and I think we all like those. So if you have a Jimmy John's near you, which you probably should, and if you don't, you need to move to get to one now, because this is the brand new 9-grain wheat bread on the brand new giant roll. The new giant 9-grain gargantuan from Jimmy John's. God! I mean, truly, between the taste, the value, and the overall appeal of this meal, I'm giving this sucker, the bread, truly, the bread is getting like an 8.5. It's a beautiful artisan bread. I love it. Of course, I love Jimmy John's regular French, that white bread. God, it's so good. Everything at Jimmy John's, fantastic. Let me know down in the comments below if you're a Jimmy John's freak or even an employee at Jimmy John's. What is your favorite sandwich to get? Let me know. And I always get the gargantuan. It's the best. God. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and share button, you guys. We got a lot of great new things coming up here on the channel, but I think I'm going to do it here. A last bite. Big bite, as always. Thanks again, everybody, for checking out another great review here on Fast Food Pit Stops. I'm your host, Justin. You know you love it. You came back for some more of it. I'll be back for another fast food review. Big bite!